Hi guys, hope you're all well and safe. So I did my theories on Summer Wells, right? Because I'm starting a new channel. If you want to go over and subscribe, you're more than welcome to. Anyone and anyone can join. It doesn't matter what your disabilities are. It doesn't matter how intelligent you are or not intelligent you are. It doesn't matter. You're all on equal footing. And it's called Mystery Angels, and we get together from around the world, everybody, and solve cold cases, see if we can put other theories and other things on mysteries and stuff like that to see if A, we can solve them, or B, we can theorize. It's all theories, but like I said, more people, more chance of discoveries. Okay, so everyone has their own thought process. So when I did the Summer Wells video, I got a comment, and to be honest, the comment was good. It was nice. It wasn't nasty or anything. It was just saying, I hope it's only theory, it's not fact and stuff like that. So half of it was fact and half of it was theory. So the facts are, she did, and it comes from the boy's mum. H's mum said it herself in an interview where there was 4 people. She said that Candice had called on her son and said that she was going to take him fishing. She was very clear on that. And she also said that her mum, his mum said that, where are the boys? And she said they were home cleaning. Now, I have problems with that for 3 reasons. 1, why would 3 adult boys be cleaning a house when you've got adults there? Number 1. Number 2, why would you take summer fishing and not the boys? Number 3, if you were going fishing, where are the fishing tackle and the fishing stuff? It was clear at the back there was a box with, people said it looked like an arm and that, but it wasn't. It was actually just a piece of wood and stuff. But, you know, they're the facts, okay? The mother said that night, H got a phone call from Candice. And the mother got suspicious. That's what she said. That's what her words were. And asked her son, why did Candice phone you? And he said, oh, nothing. She was just saying things and stuff like that. People are saying, I hope the mother sues you and all this. Like, look, at the end of the day, you can't sue someone that's telling the truth. You can't sue someone that is saying facts. You can only sue someone if what they're saying is total lies just to disabilitate who you are. Now, I'm not having a go at H's mum at all in any way, shape or form. I'm saying that I wouldn't let my 15-year-old boy go hang around with a 5-year-old female child and a woman who looks drugged to her eyeballs constantly. I wouldn't do it. I'm sorry, but if you would, then that's your own risk. But I wouldn't risk it. Number 2, if I knew that someone had gave my 15-year-old or 14-year-old or any child of my child alcohol, there's 3 things I'd want to know. 1, why would you give my kid alcohol? Knowing the fact that they're too young, and that means that their brains are developing in that. Number 2, you could make them addicted to it, and then they'll be dependent, and I've got all these problems afterwards. And number 3, what are you going to gain from my kid being drunk? Now, people could say, well, it was only 1. But depending on the child, it could kill. Like one punch could kill. One snort of sugar could kill. Could get you addicted. It doesn't make sense. The law states that a child is not to have alcohol for medical reasons. Why wasn't she angry that Candice gave her son alcohol? Is all I'm saying. If you allow people to give your child alcohol, the one that gave me, I get you've made your own thing up and hid who you really are. I get that. I get that you're like, well, innocent till proven guilty. But let's use your theory, right? So you reckon I should be sued because of my theory, and they're not facts, right? Although they are facts. The theory is what I think, and the facts are the facts. So let's do your theory of innocent till proven guilty. So let's take the police's stance on that. I think you're innocent, you're innocent, you're innocent, you're innocent, you're innocent, you're innocent. So what line of inquiry do they take? If it's true, innocent till proven guilty, what can the police do? What line of inquiry can they take? Because if it's innocent till proven guilty, then Candice is innocent for giving her son alcohol. H's mum will be guilty of assuming that Candice gave him alcohol, although her son told her, but they can't discuss it because it's innocent till proven guilty. So therefore, how are they going to find Summer? If it's the way you say, innocent till proven guilty, fair enough. How's the police going to investigate innocent people? They can't, because innocent people don't leave traces. If someone come after me and said, there's a kid gone missing, I'd be like, right, what would you like me to do? What would you like to check? What would you like? Well, I'd like to interview you. No problem, come in. It's the truth. Nothing to hide. What do you need? Well, where was you? I was with my kids playing in the park on that time and date. Can you prove it? Yes, I can. There's my kids playing in the park. There's pictures, there's video, there's time, there's dates. But how can they ask me that if I'm innocent till proven guilty? They can't ask me questions then, can they? That means no police officer will be able to find the answers to criminals, because you can't arrest somebody on the suspicion, because according to your theory, innocent proven guilty till you're proven guilty, but you can't prove someone guilty if they're innocent, because you can't stop and arrest them. You can't arrest them on suspicion. You can't be suspicious of someone because they're innocent in your theory until proven guilty. So the person who commented on that and saying, oh, until you got evidence, you can't say that. I have got evidence that the mother said that, because she'd done the interviews that night and quite a few nights after that with people. But I'm asking you, if your belief is innocent till proven guilty, then that means what line of inquiries can they take? Because anyone they approach would be suspicion. And suspicion is if they feel you have something to do with or you're guilty. But without evidence, then you can't approach someone because they're innocent. You can't just approach an innocent person and say, I think you did it, can you? Because they'll get you done. So I would like you to comment down below how you think they're going to be able to do it if everyone's innocent till proven guilty. How can you prove the guilt if they're innocent? Because you can't approach someone who's innocent. The police can't go down to a shopkeeper in Gibraltar and say, we think you were involved in the kidnapping in South Africa. And they'd be like, what? You can't do it. You have to have a certain amount of suspicion. Your behaviour, they have to look at your history, your behaviour, to see if there's anything in there that could make you a suspect, right? So, therefore, you are no longer innocent till proven guilty. You are a suspect because of your behaviours, because of your traditions, because of the way you are, because of the way you acted, or because of how involved you are in the case of the missing child, person, or adult, whatever it is, animal, whatever. And even if you were just walking past and you were at that moment, at that time, in that area, then you'll still have suspicions because you went in that area. So therefore, the police would go and say to you, okay, why were you in that area? What were you doing? And it would be up to you to prove. So if you're innocent, then there'd be no other line of inquiries. They could look all day. If you're innocent, there's no evidence. It's that simple. And it would take the police that. They're not stupid. It would take the police that to figure it out. There's not, you know, they don't just pull you in and be like, so when the police turned around and said we're no longer looking for a stranger kidnapping it, you're going to tell me that's not fact? You're going to tell me that it's all fiction? No, it's fact. Fact is, the police have downscaled it because they don't feel she was kidnapped. It's very clear. Like I said, I'm only telling you on what I'm seeing and what evidence I'm being put forward. Just like the police. The police can only do their job when evidence is put forward, when they build... So take a jigsaw puzzle. If each person that's involved's got a picture... This is how my care worker explained it to me ages ago, right? So, if each person has got a little piece of a jigsaw, and each piece has a picture on it, they need to find that person with that piece to put it together to make the jigsaw picture. Right? So, unless they go to the person and talk to the person and see their piece, and then go to another person and see their piece. But if they go to another person with another jigsaw puzzle, entirely different jigsaw puzzle, then it's not going to fit. So no matter how hard you try to fit that piece in, it won't fit in because it's not part of that jigsaw puzzle. It's part of a different one. So if everyone's innocent till proven guilty, then that means everyone's jigsaw puzzle can't be looked at. Their puzzle can't be seen. Which means then you could have loads of jigsaw puzzles but not make a picture. Then how you expect people to solve things? You've got to look at evidence. They call it evidence, but really it's the jigsaw puzzle in each person's part. So each person has a jigsaw puzzle. Each person has a piece of it, right? And what the police have got to do is find each piece of the jigsaw puzzle, the people that are carrying the jigsaw puzzle that fits, put them all together, and then sit down and put their jigsaw puzzle together to make the picture. Once they've got the picture, then they've got all the evidence. Then they say, right, that picture of that puzzle was there. So they make a picture and then they'll say, okay, well, because of that situation, that's how we got that jigsaw puzzle. But that jigsaw puzzle was connected to that person's jigsaw puzzle. So therefore we bring that down. Oh, look, now it's starting to make a picture. And they click all the jigsaw puzzles together. If they go off and see someone and blame someone and say, right, we want your jigsaw puzzle. And they say, here you go, here's my jigsaw puzzle. I didn't have nothing to do with it. And they go, well, we think you did. No, it's innocent till proven guilty. well, I want your jigsaw puzzle anyway, takes your jigsaw puzzle and doesn't fit. Why wouldn't it fit? Because it doesn't make sense. So it doesn't fit. It's not part of that picture. It's not part of that jigsaw. It's part of a different jigsaw. So they could be funny. They could be, I don't know, paedophiles or something like that in the area. But their jigsaw puzzle does not fit the jigsaw puzzle that's happening with this jigsaw puzzle. That's how I solve mysteries, right? And how I understand things. I make the people into jigsaw puzzles. I'm autistic with learning difficulties, remember that, right? So I have to find ways to understand things. And sometimes I get it wrong. Sometimes I'm way off. And sometimes I'm bang on. Not often, but I am. So what happens is, I see people carrying jigsaw puzzles. And each person goes through life. And their jigsaw puzzles, they put into a bag. Now I'm talking not real here, real jigsaws. So each piece of your life that happens, each trauma, each joy, each just everything that happens in your life becomes a jigsaw puzzle piece, a picture, and it all goes in the bag. Bit by bit, you make the puzzle, you draw the jigsaw, you're done. Put it in your bag, and then at the end of your life, you put your jigsaw puzzle together and it tells the story of your life. Right? Through pictures, through diaries, through whatever. So when you're halfway through your life or you're going through your life and you're collecting your jigsaw puzzle pieces and you're putting them in the bag as usual, as everyone does, ready for the end of your life, and then you can put them together. To make what your life was like a full picture. Sometimes some people have more jigsaw puzzle parts than others. So they're going to make 1,000 pieces into 2,000 pieces, 3,000 pieces. Some only do 500 pieces. Some do 80,000 pieces because they've done quite a lot in life. It doesn't matter. What matters is the jigsaw puzzles are put into a bag and then brought out on your last days, and then you're like, this is my life. And you've got your jigsaw puzzle. This is the way I see things. Now, I get it. You probably don't understand. Some people might not, because I don't expect people to, because I don't understand some things, so I don't expect other people to. But that's why I use the jigsaw puzzle theory, is everybody has a jigsaw puzzle. So what happens is when the police go in and say, this person's not acting right, could I have a look at your bag of jigsaw puzzles? And they're like, yeah, sure. And they're like, you take their jigsaw puzzles, you put it down. And then all of a sudden, you start to make a picture of their life so far in that corner, right? And then you think, that person in that picture, in that jigsaw puzzle, fits over here. So then they go from there to the other person that was in that jigsaw as well. That would fit to make the jigsaw a bigger jigsaw. Because each one of us has our own jigsaws. So when we meet someone and we've got our kids and we live together with someone, even if they're just flatmates or whatever, they're still part of your jigsaw and you're still part of their jigsaw. So it can, depending on like whether you stay together forever or separate or whatever, they're still part of your jigsaw puzzle in your life. So their jigsaw puzzle will fit your jigsaw puzzle really well. Whereas someone that you've never met won't be in your jigsaw puzzle. So it wouldn't fit. Nothing would fit. But if their piece of jigsaw, you're there with them, say you're going fishing and the two of you are fishing. Not only would that be in your jigsaw puzzle, but be in the person you're going fishing with jigsaw puzzle. So that would fit to make a bigger picture of that moment. And that moment is you and that other person going fishing, getting. So you have a jigsaw puzzle on this side, a jigsaw puzzle on this side, and then one in the middle that connects the jigsaw puzzle, right, of the fishing trip. And then you see it connect. And then that person then has it starts putting more jigsaw puzzles in of another path, another jigsaw, but it all goes together. So in the end, the more people you meet, the more adventures you have, the more things that happen, the more it connects and makes a 500 piece into 1,000 piece, 1,000 piece. And that's how I see people that connect. You can meet someone for one day and they'll still be a part of your jigsaw, but you'll be a part of their jigsaw. And although you don't realise it, when they put their jigsaw together, not only will you be a part of that moment, but because of that moment, you could change the jigsaw puzzle into a different jigsaw puzzle for that one person. Do you see what I'm saying? So there could be 3 or 4 different photographs in that jigsaw puzzle. So that's how I conclude when I see things. So with the Summer Wells, to me, it's all a jigsaw puzzle, right? So you've got the mum jigsaw puzzle and all her memories and stuff. You've got the father's jigsaw puzzle and all theirs. You've got the mum's jigsaw puzzle, all theirs. Part of that jigsaw puzzle will be Candy's mother's daughter and Candy's sister. And Summer Wells. And Summer Wells' auntie. Right? Somewhere in that would be that picture. Because they're all connected in each one's jigsaw. So that's what they would do. And then you've got then Candice and her husband. So you've got Candy's husband's jigsaws. That's got Candy's where they've got married, they had their kids. So that connects with that one. And then where he goes to work and stuff, he'll have friends and stuff that Candice wouldn't know what he was doing because he's at work and she doesn't know. He could be building a house. He could meet someone 5 minutes, building their house, and that person's in his jigsaw but not in her jigsaw. So it's separate again. And then it'll be like, oh, so they're separate, they're together. So, and then by the time you finish collecting the boys being born, they're grown up, they're going to school, they're meeting friends, they're on the bus, they've got every single one of the jigsaw puzzles, although are connected, have different parts of that jigsaw puzzle that makes their life different, although they're in the same place. And that's where I see the police, what they're doing. They're getting all the jigsaws together that connect, and then getting rid of the jigsaw puzzles and giving back the jigsaw puzzles that aren't connected, because it won't make the full picture of the jigsaw, because they want to build a jigsaw puzzle that's going to make a picture for them to understand. So they're going to make a picture of Summer's jigsaw, but they can't get Summer's jigsaw yet because Summer's got her jigsaw. Does that make sense? Everyone's putting them in their invisible packs. So Summer's jigsaw puzzle has not been seen yet. So what they've got to do is find people with little jigsaw puzzles with Summer in them, and then look at them to see who has the most of Summer's, like, of their Summer's pictures and jigsaws. And until they find Summer, they cannot see Summer's jigsaw puzzle. They can't until they see Summer. So what they have to do is look at everybody who has a piece of Summer in their jigsaws, and what kind of place, like, so take if Summer went racing with her brothers on a motorbike and she was sitting at the back, that would be one of her brothers would have that jigsaw puzzle bit. So they'd be like, oh, so then you see that relationship, right? Oh, the brother's taking the sister for a ride on his motorbike. How cute's that? You know, riding a bike, teaching Summer how to ride a bike. That's not Summer's jigsaw. That is her brother's. Right? Remember, Summer would have a jigsaw puzzle like that, but it might be a bit different because she's seen it from a different way. So this is how I see and how I do things, okay? And I'm sorry if I offend anyone. I get it, but tough. It's I have freedom of speech and I can speak how I feel and see and how I think. If you don't like what I'm saying, please by all means comment down below, as long as you're nice. If you're not, I can't read, so I have to wait. I'm word and unblind, so I have to wait until my care workers. If you're being nasty with your questions and stuff, they're not going to tell me, so I'm not going to be able to answer back. But if you're nice enough and it's just a question like that person who come on, they weren't going to tell me because the person, it looked like they've just only made that to say that. But there's no need to hide. Say what you need to say. Don't hide. You don't need to. Unless you're being nasty or doing it spitefully, you don't need to hide. Just say your opinion. You have freedom of speech. Speak. If you're offended, say you're offended. But don't be frightened by making a new account and hide behind it. I am not going to attack you. I'm not that type of person. I will answer you as honestly as I can. That's all I'd be able to do. But like I said, if you're being nasty or anything like that, then I'm not going to get to know what you're thinking and feeling, because you might be right. There might be some parts of my theory that you could put right. And I will tell you you're right. And I've got no problems with that neither. Because it's just my theory. It's not the be end and end all. So if someone says, well, actually, this is this and that's that, that's good. That means that people are interested and they're watching and it's their view, and that's good because it might fit my jigsaw puzzle better. Because I only have the jigsaw puzzles that everyone else has collected. I've not collected it myself. I've watched it on telly, I've watched the news, I've watched interviews with the mum, I've watched interviews with everybody. I can only go on what I get given, just like the police, just like everyone else, just like you. So I can only go on the facts that come from the people's mouths, right? And it came from H's mum's mouth very clearly. And clearly my opinion is, if anyone even dared give my kids that were underage any alcohol, it'll be the last thing they do. And I would not allow my 15-year-old child, male or female, to be with an adult that I know drinks and takes drugs. Sorry, not because I don't trust them, but because they shouldn't be driving. It's too dangerous. You're not sure. You might feel good, you might feel better, but your blood tolerance, the more you take, the more you need. But I don't mean you're not going to be over the limit. She was very slow talking. You can't drive that slow. You have to be aware at all times. So I just wanted to do a short video to answer that person's question. Yes, if you believe innocent till proven guilty, then go for it. However, it doesn't work that way in real life. Because if everyone's innocent till they're proven guilty, you can't prove them guilty. Because you can't approach someone if they're innocent. You can only approach someone if they're a suspect. You can't be a suspect unless you think something's wrong with that person or think there might be something in it. You can't think it if it's innocent till proven guilty, because the only thing you can think of is that's innocent, that's innocent, that's innocent. You're not going to get anywhere. Do you know what I mean? But like I said, the facts are H's mum was very clear on them facts that I said in my last video. Very clear. Go and watch it. It's really good. It's on YouTube. Go watch it. She was very clear on what she said, and I believe her when she said, she came knocking and said, I'm going to take, does your son want to come fishing? She didn't say, I'm going to pick my mum up because I had to drop her off at hospital this morning and damaged her knee or whatever, and we're going past the water thing and we're going swimming. She didn't say nothing like that. She just said, we're going fishing. So she went to knock on the door deliberately because she was going somewhere. But there was no fishing rods, no fishing things. And H's mum asked a simple question. Where's the boys then? If you're going fishing, the boys love fishing. Where's the boys? Oh, they're at home cleaning. So you're going to take my 15-year-old son and a 5-year-old fishing. Okay. But, you know, if Candice did tell her more, then the mum would have said it, but she didn't. They did an interview with her. She was on there talking about it and said that they fell out. They brought a dog from it. They said Summer was like their child. There's so many people saying Summer was like our child, our baby, and yet nobody helped parent Summer. Nobody turned around and said to the mum, why are you cutting her hair? Why are you, you know, why is she not wearing shoes? Why has she got bruises? You know, it doesn't make sense. If one of my kids brought home their friend and their friend was covering bruises, I'd phone up their parent and say, what the bloody hell happened here? They're full of bruises. Do you know that? Your kid is full of bruises. Yeah, it's da-da-da-da-da. They fell over on their bike. Oh, okay. Did you fall over on your bike? Yeah. She wanted to hug Summer. She was very clear on this. And they said, no, I need to get the groceries home. And normally Summer would wake up. She had concussion. Summer would fall into a deep sleep. And there's another comment saying that she could have left her in the car asleep and she died. That's a good way of thinking. I think that's a good idea, and that should be a possibility in the possibility. So in one of my comments, if you look down below at the comments on the last video, one of the people said, I think she left there, she was in the car. And I think what had happened was, in the heat in the car, Summer had gone unconscious or something, and they left her in the car to sleep. And when they come back, she'd passed away, and they got scared. That is a good possibility. That is like 3. Now you've got me thinking on that one now. So that was good. You should join our group, Mystery Angels. That is good thinking. That's the type of thing we need to think about. That is good thinking. Pretty proud of you. Well done. That's what I'm talking about here. You know, she says, I think, this person says, I think that it could be, but nobody's thought of that yet. And that's why I want to do this, because there's so many people out there that, although maybe theories to everyone else, the police have to follow certain lines, we don't. We can say what we want, we can follow lines the way we want, we can do things outside the box, whereas police can't, investigators can't. They have to follow rules. That's just the way it is. And sometimes every human's different, every situation's different, and sometimes it just needs a load of different people to figure it out without any constrictions or laws or anything on top. That tells you what you can and can't do to stop you doing your work. Because I'm sure if police officers were more free, they'd probably solve a lot more cases. So well done to you. Hopefully you can join our group, because that's the kind of thinking, well done. That Summer could have been in the car. They could have said, let her sleep, and just took the groceries in and that, left her out for 5 minutes, went back, and there she was, passed away. And they got scared. That is a good theory. Well done. And like 10 stars for that. That's a brilliant theory. So this is a quick video anyway. So please comment down below what you think about my jigsaw puzzle theory. It's, like I said, I am autistic with learning difficulties. And for those who want to say, oh, they should sue you and stuff like that, don't be afraid to say things, okay? As long as you don't say things in a nasty way, I'll get to hear about it and I'll answer you back. I don't mind doing that. And I don't mind other people's theories. That's the best thing about life. And different people and the way they see things different and stuff. That's what makes it rich. That's what can work in the world. If we all work together, no matter what we are, we all work together, we could actually solve a lot of this world's problems. if we just get over this, we're better than you because of this. If we just get over that bit and come together, I think we could do quite a lot of good in this world. I really do. So guys, hope you enjoyed this fast short. Like I said, comment, subscribe. If you like, if you dislike, dislike. Please leave comments below. But like I said, I'm not going to get to know you or hear about it if it's nasty. Do what that comment said. They were very nice. So that's why I'm doing this video, to praise them. Well done. For you make a good point. Yes, I should be sued if it's not factual. They can have a good look trying, because it is factual. But you're right. If I'm saying and blaming wrong people, then yeah, I should be called out, and so should others. And I agree with that 1000%. Because like I said, I only get to know whatever is shown on TV. I don't get to know anything else, and I'll admit that. So if I'm wrong and you've got evidence to that fact, then please, by all means, say it. Don't hide and make a new account. Just be yourself. That's all I'm asking you to do. You don't need to hide. That's what we're here for. All right, guys, stay safe today, okay? And keep chilled, and let's hope someone gets found soon, and let's hope that we're all wrong and someone just took her because they wanted to help her. Let's just hope that that's what I'm hoping for. My hope for someone is the fact that someone just thought, you know what, I'm not going to let you treat this girl like this anymore. Took her and is giving her food and baths, and yes, wrong, okay. Don't get me wrong, I'm not agreeing with that in any way, shape or form. Before you start coming at me, chill out. I'm just saying the best scenario could be that scenario, that she's been well looked after, fed, watered, and she's loved and cared for, and hopefully that's what I'm praying for secretly, that it was just someone who said, I've had enough of this, and this little girl needs love and care, and we could do a better job. And yes, it's wrong to kidnap, and yes, it's wrong. And if you have, and you're watching this, please, please, please give her back, because I get it. I understand. We want to rescue animals when we see them being mistreated, but why not, instead of helping, make the parents a better parent? I think it's better to make the parent a better parent than to just take the kid, right? I don't think that's right, but I'm just hoping that that is. And I think most of us are, in our back of our minds and our hearts, are just hoping that someone just saw how she was treated and just went, we're hoping, please let it be that. Okay, guys, stay safe, keep your kids safe, keep yourself safe. Catching a wild crocodile.